All right, pretty quick recap since Finry wasn't here last time. You guys basically were surrounded by these beings, these magical beasts that somehow get attracted to the auras of magical items. The more powerful, the more they are drawn from far away. They surrounded this sensor house, this house that you were sent to deliver goods to. You know that this house is kind of an in-between of this secret city of Afrin Crag and how they offload goods and get them sold to bring back the things that they need in their secret city. So there being the presence of magical items here is not unreasonable as an assumption. In talking to the operator, I guess, of this place, you determined that the only way that you all really will be safe from this issue is by either getting rid of the magical item somehow or otherwise killing off these magical beasts that have surrounded the facility. The guy who agreed to this is a very old gnome of past adventuring capability, bit of a hoarder. You find out that he wrote a comic strip that became very famous years ago, discussing gnomish life. Like The Far Side, but for gnomes, basically, like kind of a satirical view of typical life situations, I guess. And that's where we left off. Max and Lanray were the ones investigating the basement space, trying to find the magical item. Madolfir and Finry ran off trying to drag these Alvergrig away to distract them. And in the very end of last session, Max had found a very strong aura abjuration magic cloak that he essentially immediately donned. And in doing so, it prompted him to select a plane. And he has chosen Mechanus. So, with that, we actually did finish the round. So we're at the top of the round. Max, you put that cloak on. You think Mechanus, and we will see what happens on your turn. Let me just check one thing. Yeah, so Madolfir will act after these first Alvergrig here. This Alvergrig that is on the precipice here, he sees Lanray climbing up the building face. He's going to begin climbing as well up the building. Lanray was essentially trying to get up onto the roof to see if he can assist elsewhere. So this Alvergrig will spend his turn to climb up this building, and he will just make it to the rooftop. As he does, his claws rip at the shingles, but the wooden frame itself is sturdy enough that he does get a hold. So he is finishing his turn up here with Lanray. I will go ahead and... Yep.
Just because I have a question to ask,
yeah, of course.
I know you guys play without me, but when you say basement, do you actually mean basement of the building, or that space like the TARDIS thing?
Yeah, it's kind of a raised English basement. Let's think of it like it goes halfway down a little bit on the backside, so it acts kind of like a basement. But yes, it is just this big round stone base to it.
So it's not the TARDIS. So the TARDIS is still in the, like, wasn't there that like locker?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry, you missed the TARDIS. Now I get your Doctor Who reference. Thank you. Yes, the TARDIS is still up in the second floor, and that is essentially where the operator of this ran into. He's like, you guys are you guys are the adventurers now. I'm too old. I did show a picture of it last time that I want to show you now.
Oh, no, it's fine. When you said basement, I was like, that when I left, we were dealing with that thing. And then there was like these Aldergrigs like in the building. So the basement that you're talking about is in the building, but not the TARDIS. This dude rolled back into the TARDIS, and then we're just trying to kill the rest of them. I got it.
That's right.
So It's important to note that the entrance to the basement is not. It is entered from the outside of the house. It's on the north side of the house.
Yeah. So it's it's like one of these little portals that are shown in this conceptual image of the house.
Perfect. Thank you for answering the question. I apologize for.
No worries.
What
All right.
are the 2 area effects that are on the map right now?
Let's see.
Fireballs.
One of them was a fireball.
Yeah, one of them.
And the other was the, I believe there was an entangle.
Yeah, I think it was Landry's entangle, I believe.
Yeah, it was Landry's entangle. So that is still going for 1 minute per level.
And am I with Landry or am I with Modal Fear?
You're with Modolfir on a different map. I'll pull both of you to your maps. I'll just make it so that it's... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're
to the east. Yeah, we're to the east.
Oops.
See where that Olbergrig is on the eastmost part of the map. We're kind of over there.
There you go. You should see something called Prairie now that you can click on at the top to switch back and forth. And I'll make this one also player. There we go. Now you guys can choose which map you're looking at. Okay, so next to operate is one of these Olvergrig that were in pursuit of you guys. Let me just make a note of his health. Okay. And he is going to make a full run.
Why are on the prairie map? Why are those 2 marked with elevation?
I was using that for distance away from you guys.
Gotcha.
Just because the border's not long enough, just for my own markings.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay.
I couldn't remember.
Yep. And then he needs to use his entire turn to get to that point. And the good news is his health did come with him, so that's always good. And he had a 21, so let me mark his initiative. I really need to start making like multi-zone bigger maps so that these kinds of...
The one you just moved was the one that started its turn in the entangled area?
The sensor house.
He was just outside the entangle area.
I thought he was like here.
I think most of them. I think most of the ones in the entangle made their saves anyway.
They did make the saves except for one that I marked. Yep. This one was the only one that didn't make it, and he's also dead now. But each turn they do have to check it. You're right about that. So let me actually check his.
While he's doing that,
yep.
Me Man, our plan was we were basically drawing him away from the sensor house, and we had run more, let's say east, southeast, and then came up north to get to where we're at now. And our plan was to we both have ways to bamf back towards the sensor house, and that was kind of how GM was playing Me Man's role. I'm going to use my axe to do it.
Yep.
But that was our plan then. I mean, input appreciated now, but these things have a high chance of hitting, and you've already taken some damage too. So, and we don't want to be in a scenario where we have multiple of them in our threat range. So,
all right. So with that, Modolfir, you are next up with the slightly higher dexterity than the next Olvergrig. What are you doing?
So, unless Me-Man has any input, I think I want to continue with our original plan.
Okay.
And that was, I was going to use the Battle Axe of Vanish to bamf back to the sensor house, onto the roof. I guess right where the one has his claws up there.
Okay. So the one that went to the top of the roof is what you're targeting. Let me see what the distance. What's your maximum distance that you can use that bamf?
It's dimension door, so it's line of sight. The way I read
it was like a foot different maximum, but I think it's pretty big. Let me see.
Could be wrong, but
Dimension door, 400 plus 40 feet per level. So it's going to be at least 600 feet since it's a level 4 spell. So you can definitely do that. 600 feet is within range. Are you trying to like scoop Finry when you're doing this, or just doing it on your own?
Well, so like I said, the kind of character dialogue was he was going to use his abilities that he has to bamf and hide.
Okay,
that's what I said. But that's kind of how we were playing him without him being present. So
the boots do allow you to bring one additional willing being per 3 caster levels. So that would be at
boots.
Yeah, so you would be able to. Oh, sorry, your axe would allow you to bring one additional being with you. Actually, 2 additional beings.
I never knew that. I thought it was just single.
Nope. Yeah, because it's based off a dimension door, it does allow you to bring.
Okay.
Let me just double check how I wrote it.
Yeah, double check, because that's been a detail that has never really been a known factor.
Yeah, only the wielder has some stipulations, but otherwise it aligns to dimension door with caster level. Caster level 5 is not right.
Right, but is the price? You might have created it at a lower price and limited it to a subset of the spells stuff.
No.
If you made
the
it
price,
yourself. Okay.
The price is pretty high. I mean, it is only a once a day thing. But yeah, no. So you can bring it. The caster level's incorrect. I got to update that. But you can bring two medium-sized beings with you every time you do this.
Wow. Isn't that special? So I'm gonna grab him by the back of his tunic or whatever he's wearing. So, you ready to go?
And Finry, you have to be a willing being. So are you willing to go with him?
I am willing.
Okay. So
death do us part.
I love it. It takes an action for you. The move that you can use your move action to grab Finry. His weight is inconsequential to you, so it's like carrying an item for you.
I mean, are you going to do like a princess carry? Like, can we ask this question?
I can flavor it however you want. I mean, I'm down. I'm comfortable.
You don't have to. I thought it was.
Man, I didn't realize how light you're carrying right now. You have a load capability in light load of 200, and you're only carrying 100 pounds right now. So yeah, Finry, you could just like hop up on him, and he doesn't even notice you.
Oh, I'm gonna get on its back like from Mad Max Thunderdome. Master and Blaster.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Who does Modolfir work for? Okay. Who runs Modolfir Town is how I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Modolfir, you use that.
Yes,
and you're
sir.
Gonna vamp yourselves right back. Let me see. 21.04, 13.05. So I need to get you guys back over here. And again, I need to make maps that are like massive maps that allow these jump arounds. Next time.
I don't think you planned on us running so far off the edge, so that's no worries.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the padding element is for. So I'm going to put Finry still here. I mean, technically, Finry is on your back when you land here.
You can set the padding on a map up to like 300% or something instead of.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let me add you guys back in. Modolfir, you were at 21.04, I believe. Let me double check.
I can recite it from one map while you type it into the other one.
Yeah, give me... What is Modolfir's 2104?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finray is 13.05. And then all the Alvaro Griggs have the same name, so I don't know how to tell you.
No, I got them. That's not an issue. Okay. So they're still on the other map. You just bamfed away. They're like in the in-between of these two maps.
So that counts as move action, right?
That's your move action. You still have a standard action.
Okay. I am going to what I would like to do is then attempt a sunder attack against the wrist of one of the claws that he's using to come up.
Okay. So, we're going to set that. So, you're going to do your sunder attack. You need to do at least... I'm just checking one thing. So, to cut one of his arms, which is his primary weapon, is the claw, you're going to need to do... some quick math. You're going to have to do 32 points of damage.
I might change that then, because I don't think I'm capable of really doing that much damage with the battle axe advantage.
Okay. So you're just going to do a standard attack?
How is he actually situated? Is he currently using his hands to pull himself up, and he's like
no, he is crested on top of this, and most of his body weight is now on the edge, the sort of gutter line of this, and he's fully on top of the roof, so he's no longer climbing in his next turn.
But where are his feet?
His feet are still partially off the roof, yeah.
Okay. Structurally,
but his body weight is enough, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Structurally speaking, is this house similar to the graphic as it represents, where you have those? Let's call them, for purposes of why I'm asking, these load-bearing beams in a star pattern out from the center.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So if I were to, I don't know.
This is where GM pulls up the breaking and entering rules.
I don't know if I were to. Why am I can't move my token.
You can't?
Oh, you got it paused. You got the pause still.
Okay, there you go.
So if I were to 5-foot step, say here, and then attack the beam, would that? Does Medolfer have enough smarts about him to determine if that would cause a potential unbalance issue for him, being that he's basically on that beam?
You're not very good. I would say that would require like a knowledge engineering to figure out like that part of it. What you know is smashing things makes them fall apart, right? I would say your intelligence is not high enough to pinpoint that.
You know what? YOLO.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
So you're gonna target the wood beam?
I'm gonna target the wooden beam, and I'm gonna hope for the best.
And you're trying to actually break it. So we're gonna call this similar to a strong wooden door. The characteristics of it are very similar to that. It has a hardness of 5 and 20 hit points. So you can either try to break it with is that a strength save typically? Strength check, yep. So you can straight up try to break it with a DC of 23, or you can try to like attack it with your weapon and have to get through the hardness of 5 with hit points of 20. So essentially you need to hit it with 25 points of damage. Which do you choose?
DC 23 on the straight?
Yeah, that's all it would take. Yep. That would burst it as opposed to chopping it.
So I would need to still roll a 17 at my strength. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because I got a plus 6. Okay.
Yep.
You know what? I think I've got a better chance of attacking it. I'm going to put some power attack into it.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. It's very easy to hit this object. It's not moving at all. So it's pretty much an automatic strike. It's just a matter of whether the damage will be enough. So go ahead and do so.
Let's do it. Bam. For the lulz.
Okay, that is the exact amount necessary to overcome its hardness and its hit points. As you take your axe and slam it into it, it's almost like you're chopping wood. You remember growing up in Bacchus in the wilderness, having to chop the wood for rituals and for the fires, and you just harness that force, breaking through the beam. The beam just splits where your axe hits it and begins collapsing. Okay. Yes, the roof in that area is collapsing, potentially drawing you down as well. I need you to roll a 1d6. So 4, 5, and 6 bad. 1, 2, 3 good, but it's also got variability to it. How good and how bad?
I'm gonna say, for the purpose of whatever it may matter, I do have ranks in tumble.
Okay, yeah.
For whatever consideration.
Okay, good. That's good. The portion that you chop begins to collapse. The Overgrig immediately has a slipping because where he was holding on to was that beam. As the beam collapses, he's starting to tumble face first down into the second story of this building. You, however, are far enough away from the beam that it does not take anything other than essentially next turn you will just have to move out of this square to get out of it. But it is collapsing slow enough on where you're standing that there's no impact.
I'm so happy that worked out.
All right, excellent. With that, this Overgrig only knows that the rest of the Overgrigs were chasing after you all that way, so he's going to continue that pursuit in that direction. He is able to get to 70 plus 10 more, so he is off the map 10. I'm going to keep him on this map instead of the prairie, but he is off the map by 10 right now. So I'll just mark that in my notes. Okay. That is his turn. Flickerwisp, having been given the allowance to use his Fireball Swell wand, now his eyes are like just little flickering flames, and he's like got a little bit of that lust that he loves about this wand. He takes a 5-foot step closer to the precipice of sorry, the boat. The ship is actually not where it's located. It is shifted like that. It sways in the wind at times, so it's actually moving with them, but they're generally on the precipice on the south side. So he's going to load up his wand, which is starting to get lower in fireballs. God, he has a lot of scrolls. There it is. Okay. And public roll. And where's he going to target? Let me see. He's going to move that, though. That's not where he's targeting. I think he's going to target the group that's further out. And I'm going to say that the two of these guys and the one that just ran over to the other map are all within this effect. So, 24 points of damage, reflex save half. Let me go ahead and check them. That's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, first one fails, second one succeeds, and the third one succeeds. So this first one here that just moved is going to take the full damage, 24. He is looking rough, like near death almost. The other two only take 12 points of damage as the fireball erupts. Okay. That is Flickerwisp, like just you hear him chuckling like a child that has gotten a new present on Christmas Day. He is loving using that fireball. Next up is Jameson. So Jameson is going to use a spell. He's going to use True Strike. No, not True Strike. He was thinking about using that on Flickerwisp, but Flickerwisp is just
True Strike sucks. You cast it, and then the next round you have to use it.
Yeah, I know, and it doesn't help the fireball anyway. So he's gonna use Scorching Ray. He looks at Flickerwisp. He sees the fire in his eyes. He's like, that kind of looks like fun. I'm gonna join in. Scorching Ray has a close range, so he can only target the one that's in pursuit of Landray and in front of Modolfir from where he is. Here is his Scorching Ray. Hey, there we go. All right, so there's only spell resistance on this, so these are going to hit as long as it's past the touch AC, which this guy has a decent touch AC, but yeah. So only 2 of those hit. Obviously, the one fails automatically, and he takes 29 points of damage. Still looking okay, not rough like the other one. The fire spells do seem to have some impact on these. Max, Finry, you're about to go, but before you do, Max, behind you, you sense the presence blocking the doorway. Just the shadowy, blocking of the sunlight coming through the doorway becomes apparent. And you see, blocking the doorway of this basement space, an Ulvergrig that has appeared out of nothingness. Let me set his. All right. Actually, you know what, Finry? You would have gone first. My bad about that. Inconsequential to this moment, I guess, since you don't see this. But Finry, it is your turn.
Yeah, the only thing I see is this Aldergrig is slipping off of the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, this one's like falling face first down into the second floor. Jameson just struck him with 2 Scorching Rays. So what are you doing?
I mean, I'm just going to take a 5-foot step. I can't, and then I'm going to attack. I can still do that, right? Does he lose his bonus at all?
Yeah, he does. He has no footing or anything, so he's essentially acting like flat-footed in this condition. And I will say that the back end of him, since he is a large creature, is still sort of like Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes up in the air as the front end of him is falling down.
As long as I get backstabbed, that's the...
Yeah, I mean, whatever effects are bonused when he's flat-footed, you get right now. Which, for Rogue, is pretty good. I think Rogue gets that one flat-footed, right? The sneak attack? I always have to double-check this.
Yeah, I believe so. And I'm not considered flanking or high ground, though, right?
You're not flanking. You are high ground. This is the language that always gets me when he's denied a dexterity bonus, which when flat-footed would be the case. And here come the D6. All right.
I feel like half climbed up onto the side of a building is definitely flat-footed.
Yeah, for sure. Even when he was kind of half up, he was flat-footed. But now that he's tumbling forward, he's definitely... The crit on top is Chef Kiss. All right. So I don't even know if it comes to that. So let me check. 24. Okay, the 24 does strike, but these things have thick skin, so their flat-footed AC is pretty damn good still. So only the 24 on that first main strike hits for 35 points damage. You notice as you strike him, his eyes, his body goes limp as you strike him with that. He's still conscious. You can tell, it's not dead. So the question is, do you wish to allow him to just fall on his own in a unconscious state? Or sorry, in a injured state, or do you wish to finish him off with one of your second strikes?
There is nothing in Finry's background that would let him fall off on his own.
Okay, yeah. So as he's falling, you're just making these slashes with the kukris, and on your second set of strikes, on your offhand, you do strike a crit. The crit doesn't confirm, but it doesn't matter because that 32 is enough to kill this Overgrig as he falls. His underbelly must have been exposed because you slice through some sort of like artery that just starts bleeding out like crazy. This purple shimmering blood. And you already took your 5 foot, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah. That is your turn. Okay, this Overgrig that is in front of the door, Max, you see him appear. He has already used his turn, and he's essentially blocking most of the door. He's coming in and out, kind of like that Predator effect where you see parts of him invisible and other parts of him not, as he's camouflaging into these discordant backgrounds. It is your turn. Max, before you do anything else, you get a weird sense now that you're wearing this cloak. This cloak is special. It is a strong aura, and you feel like it is at the upper limit of that.
I have a very important question before you give me mechanics. Do I feel pretty in it?
Oh, I mean, this thing is beautiful. I actually have some nice art for it.
Okay. Right.
If you
that's the most important aspect.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. It'll be quick.
Okay.
I want to show you this pretty cloak.
If it's not flamboyant, I will be let down.
I'm just wondering if it's full Liberace or if it's just inspired by it.
It's not that level of flamboyant, but I can change it. You know what? It's magical.
I'm just.
It's hot pink and green.
I would also go for like televangelist cloak.
Oh yes! Oh my god, that would be great.
It's unfortunately, it's more like what they wear in Return of the Jedi. As of right now,
they got some pretty flamboyant clothing.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
it's got like these shimmering stars on it. Yeah, it reminds me of the poncho style cloaks that they wear in Return of the Jedi when they're on not Tatooine. What's that planet with
the place with the milk
shield generators? Yeah, with the exactly.
It has a giant brand on the front of like Marc Jacobs or like Ferragamo. It's very good.
Yes. So, that is. But you know what? As you put it on, if you want to change its color, feel free. However, the effects that you feel are immediate. You have not really used a command word, although to some extent it demanded a thought from you. What you get the sense of that, like, gravity is still below you, but you feel like a different, like in your stomach, kind of like when you're in an elevator and it comes to a stop, like you feel this change in like forces on your body. Your body's not moving in any different direction, but you feel a pull in just a weird like sense, like you're falling sideways, but you're not, as you put this cloak on. Take it with that, whatever you wish.
Interesting. So I feel not actually suspended, but I feel like my internal organs are suspended.
Like just this weird kind of movement that has changed your center. Like when you're on a plane and the plane accelerates very quickly, like you're still not moving anywhere, but inside you kind of feel like, oh, there's like a change in direction.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so this thing is blocking the entrance for sure, right?
Correct, yes. And nobody on the ship can see this. I think you're the only person who can see this Overgrig right now.
Okay. Here's a question for you. So as I kind of made my way into this basement, what was the makeup of the floor that I was walking on?
It's dirt.
What are we talking?
It's dirt.
This is a dirt floor.
Yeah. It's like a dugout basement, the least amount of work that needed to happen to make it.
Interesting. And how high is the ceiling in this basement?
It's pretty low. Like it's not made for feeling comfortable. So it's only like an 8-foot tall ceiling, which for a gnome might feel tall, but not for you.
Well then, my options are very limited. So is this thing big enough? Is this thing small enough that it can actually come through the door?
No, as you look at it, the size of these doors were just big enough to get kind of like your standard 4 foot by 4 foot crate in. A 4 foot wide opening for this would potentially jam it up because at a certain point in its back, it just becomes wider than 4 feet. Like there's no changing that with it. It's part of its thick exo skin. So you don't believe they can fit through this door.
Unless they're big cats and have no bones.
Yes.
Yeah, these guys have like exoskeleton, or they have like armor and stuff on that.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like a armadillo back, right? There's just a dimension to it that he can't affect. That's bigger than the door. You can smash through it though.
Oh, you fools.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I don't have many options.
No.
Gonna have to alter self into a zone.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is very cliche. But
Smart
What are
move.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right?
Hey, the GM made the ground dirt, so that's very much a viable.
Yeah. I was hoping to turn into something else this session, but
All right.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And Warlocks and 5e want to do something other than Eldritch Blast, but come
exactly. Like, yeah. So I turn into a thing in the basement,
Yep.
and then how? I want to go. I mean, it's over here. I don't know where anybody is.
Yep.
I want to go away from it, but I don't want to go in a direction where it's going to take me a lot of distance to get out of underneath this building. So
Okay.
I'm thinking like this direction,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Like, or like, yeah, like this way.
Yeah, that's viable. Just checking the tunneling speed of a Zorn.
It's 20. It's 20.
20, yeah.
Yeah. So in that vector, right?
Yep.
Could I actually no. What is my hold on a second. You're right. Could I walk 20 feet to the wall of the basement?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
you could have
turn into
started
Zorn
with
and
walking.
gone that nerdy?
Yeah,
So,
I'd allow that.
So I'm like under. I feel like I would be under the wall,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
You decide where I would be.
I would say you
I
can
don't know where
get
I'm
to
moving.
here
Oh,
where I'm pointing, and you would just be like barely under the ground, like minus 5 feet.
Okay, let me put -5. All right.
Okay, that's your turn. All right, Lanray, having climbed up and communicated with James. Sorry, did you have someone else, Max?
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. Oh, actually, I will add, Max, when you go underground, something else feels a little bit different.
Oh.
As you go underground, the ground itself, which looks like dirt, otherwise is formed into, like, as you're burrowing, it doesn't burrow into the normal, like, rough movement of soil that magically almost surrounds and moves out of your way. Instead, it creates these very rigid, square tunnels, like perfectly situated, order, almost crystalline in its way that it's coming off of you.
All right, guys. Max is changing his name to Steve.
Great reference. Watch out for Hero Bron.
Lava chicken.
So, noted with
Very
that,
cool. Interesting.
Lanray
Do I get
is...
the instinct?
Yeah.
Do I get the explicit thought that this is related to the cape somehow?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, like you know enough about soils of general regions with your knowledge geography that you're like, this should be alluvial clay deposits here, not this weird crystalline structured soil. You're literally calculating the angle of repose of this soil and being like, that's not right. Okay, so that's your turn. Lanray was communicating with Jameson and Flickerwisp to direct fire. He does not see the one that was blocking the doorway. What he sees is the one that just fell, as well as from this height, he can see the ones off in the distance. So he's going to fire off using his longbow, which has plenty of distance, at the one that looks the most hurt. It is out in the open prairie at this point because the wood line ends, so it is visible from him at this point. Some of them aren't, but this one is. So here is his attacks are crazy. Let's not point blank, not favored. It's going to be high ground, doesn't matter. He's going to use many shots. And yeah, I think that's it. Wow, his is like a whole flow chart.
The dice just keep coming.
All the dice. All right. Lanray, picks up 3 arrows all at once and kind of just has them on the ready, but fires each one individually like a, pew, 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 firing them off. 2 of them do strike. And they cause 8 and 7 on the first, and 7 and 3, so a total of 15 and then 10. The first one hitting knocks this thing into an injured state. The second 2 do just enough to kill him off. So you just see whoever can see this, Flickerwisp and Medolfir and Finray from the roof line, see just like this being collapse into invisibleness, but you see these arrows sticking up out of him. That is.
Are these things actually invisible, or are they just really good at hiding?
It's not. It's a good point. It's not invisibility. It's like insane levels of camouflage, sort of like those octopuses that, there's no way you spot them without perfect observation because they are so adept at changing to the environment around them. So good point. That is Lanray's turn. He's going to just take that opportunity to swing 5 feet down, a little bit down the roof, sliding, just to get a better view of some of the other ones on the next turn.
I have a quick question before we get too far away from that.
Yeah, sure.
I was in the basement, and this is sort of I don't remember what happened. There was some sort of a box I opened. The cloak was in there. There was nothing else in there with it, was there? There's just in that metal box?
Yes, in the metal box, it was just the cloak. Everything else around it, there were other things, but not anything that had this aura. Yep.
But this was order of magnitude higher aura than everything.
Oh, yeah. This is the upper limits of strong aura.
So what I'm trying to do by putting this thing on is shift their attraction.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, noted.
Does Max, going out of this turn, Max feels like he's doing what he set out to do?
You are underground, and I'm going to say that underground
get blocked for sure.
Gets blocked, exactly. So there is a faintness to you while you're underground, but yeah, that concept definitely could work.
I mean, with the detect magic that was running before, what I'm trying to see is by removing this particular aura, everything else becomes insignificant.
Yes, I would say so. Now that you're wearing it, you look back and you're like, there's some tchotchkes in there, but nothing of importance.
That's what I know. Yeah, cool. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. All right. This Ulvergrig, having been struck by a part of a fireball, is going to try to evade that and return back into the forest. Does not like fireballs. He's going to... Those of you who are high up enough to have seen him, see him going into the underbrush and woods and lose track of where he goes right about here. This is the last known location that you see him off in the corner. So the last known location is here, and then he just disappears from sight. That is his turn. This one, who is mostly concealed from you all, just outside the entanglement range. He is in the woods. I will say the only ones that previously saw him were Medolfir and Finray. So you guys expect that he was there, Finray and Medolfir, but he is also going to disappear now that nobody has eyes on him. And where he goes, you do not know.
Where he goes, nobody knows.
Back to the top, Medolfir, your plan to chop the roof was great. You're not sure what kind of insurance liability is carried on the sensor house, but otherwise, that worked to a T.
More specifically, it's not my house. I don't care. No.
Yeah, it's Barrinvir's house, so like whatever.
Yeah. I am going to take this opportunity to use my action to stow the axe and pull Ben Griffin.
Okay, so that's going to be your move action to do that.
And then I'm going to. Do I remember basically where I last saw that last upgrade?
The one that just disappeared?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one kind of right here, and there was one that you last saw here from your height. Now, I want to remind you that the roof is collapsing, and the 2 that you rolled ensured that it would hold long enough for some time, but you felt the need that you probably need to move in order to not fall down in this round.
All right, so I'll move up. I was gonna see if I could do like a tracking check, because I know they camouflage, but they still crush vegetation when they move. So
yes, for sure. I mean, like you can see the effects of their bodies when it happens, rumbling of trees and bushes, things like that. Yeah. You can do a spot check as a free action.
I'll do a spot, and then when I actually get like an actual action, if I need to, I'll do survival.
Okay, and Finray is still on your back, so he moved with you when you moved.
Nice.
Finray, they can camo into man-made structures also. They're very adept at that.
If it's magical like that, then when they're dead, that's gotta not work, right?
Yeah, you do notice the one that eventually died, like, it's like slowly returning to being very visible, and it's got, this bluish natural hue to it that looks like a giant armadillo. So, yes, but it's a slow process. It's like innately the body was in that state, and it's kind of coming out of that as, let's say, it's bleeding out.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so with that spot check, Medolfir, you look around. You do not, with that spot check in this moment, get a glimpse of any of them.
Fair.
Yep. That is your turn.
Medolfir still has true seeing on.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Max.
Ah, yes, true seeing.
That's right. I forgot I had that buff, but yeah.
So that lasts, that's minutes per level. So that is still going. It has not been multiple minutes at this point. With true seeing, you do see the things as they are, and therefore, with that spot check, I would say, which one of these directions are you looking at? You have to pick one. Are you looking towards the east, or are you looking towards the south?
East.
East? Okay.
Yep.
You spot the Ulvergrig in this position now.
Okay.
Nobody else sees that, but you do. So I'm going to hide it back, and you know that it was there. Okay? That is your turn. Let me check on the prairie.
Towards the east, he also sees the ones that are further on the other map, right?
Yeah, I will say that you do see those out in the prairie, but actually you all do see those ones also. Whoever's on the roof sees the 3 that are still over by the prairie map at this time.
Do they appear to still be like searching the area? Like they're like, I know they were just over here.
One of them was struck by a fireball. So that his attention has been drawn by the fact that he was struck by a fireball. The other 2 are seemingly in the process of searching.
And actually, fireball doesn't really come from a direction; it just appears.
No, it just explodes. Yeah. So like
he wouldn't have known, like, oh, it's coming from behind me.
Right. He's kind of, but it's his path towards where Midolfir and Flickerwis or Finry were has been disrupted enough that he's kind of like, where the fuck am I? And he's looking around in a different direction.
Gotcha. He's getting his whereabouts. Yeah.
So he is going to turn away. Instinctively, he's going to go away from where the explosion was. Immediately. So he rolled a 1. He's going to move north. So you do see this one on the prairie map. Well, I'm on the prairie map, but there's one that's moving much further from the rest of the group northward.
Gotcha.
Just along the like tree line area. And that is his turn. The others, I would say the ones on the prairie are generally scattering in this moment. Overall, just from the fact that like the thing they were pursuing has disappeared. So they are scattering to kind of look around. Let's see. Next up is Flickerwisp. Flickerwisp, in his drunken fireball stupor. Let's see. I mean, he could cast other stuff, but would he? You see, like, every time you see Flickerwisp, he has like 6 different wands on a specially crafted belt around his waist. But he always, like, you can see that one is very loose, clearly from being pulled out much more than the others, and that is the fireball. He has other stuff, but, you know, he knows what he likes. Is fireball a good choice in this moment, though, with everything scattered? No, it's not. He wouldn't use it because there's not a clustering of these guys. He sees them spreading out, and he doesn't want to waste it
doing an
that
ROI calculation in his head.
Yes, he's like, that's going to cost too much money. He's going to use Scorching Ray instead and target the one that just ran to the north. Oh, he's down to his last charge on the Scorching Ray. Yeah, he's going to use it. It's like, it's fine. I can always make another one of these. So, with an 18, that is enough for the touch AC for 9 points of damage. That one gets singed a little bit more. Still standing, though. That is Flickerwisp. He's going to be like, he's going to yell over to Jameson, I'm going to try to get a better look. And he moves over to the edge, and then he remembers he is blind as F. So his spot check will likely fail. But here we go. A 0. There you go. There's Flickerwisp 0. That is his turn. Jameson also trying to find like targets that would be useful for the group. Sees most of you up on the roof. He is going to let's see. He's actually going to go ahead and cast Fly on himself so that he can get a better vantage point around. So he's going to cast Fly. He is now flying. He would have done that before he moved. So he still has his move action. And he's just going to float off the boat and hover kind of here, but higher than the roof and the rest of you guys, just to get a better vantage point with the rest of the group.
Going full Magneto on us. Uh-oh.
Yes. Let me double check how long that lasts so he doesn't fall and die.
It's minutes.
It's minutes. Yep, not rounds. Okay, that is his turn. Finry, you see Magneto Jameson floating off over the building. What are you doing? You're still on Midolfir's back.
I'm going to jump off of Midolfir's back, and
I will give you actual real world money if you attempt to animal handle Midolfir to go to the
That's only 1.0. This is 2.0.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just ask the question: is there a way to get the TARDIS on the boat?
No, I mean, that thing is part of the structure of this building. It's in the second floor. And I mean, the guy is inside of it. he's a pretty powerful magic user, so he
More
will not
importantly, we asked him about do you want to come with us? And I don't remember what he said. Like, he didn't seem like he wanted to come with us, did he?
No, he's like one of these kind of old hoarders who really likes his pile of stuff, like almost dragon-like. He doesn't want to leave his stuff. He likes his
but
stuff.
All his stuff is inside the box.
Yes, all of his stuff is inside the TARDIS. The things he cares about, yeah.
I thought I asked him if he wants us to just bring the box with us.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants to stay here. This is kind of the life that he's built for himself. He just wants the Overgrig to go away.
So and he ended up not being like aggressive to us. Like he's cool.
Yeah, he even said he could teach Max a few things in wizardry.
Yeah, even though my charm failed and he knew I attempted to charm him, he was just like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, that was cute. So, Finnery.
I mean, I feel like if we tried hard enough, we could move the TARDIS. I feel like the ship needs a TARDIS.
With enough magic and things, sure. You'd have to probably kill him also. And Max knows he's at least like a level 14 or 15 wizard.
Which means he has, 8 hit points? That's fine.
Yeah.
I've got nothing else to do. I'm just going to sit here, reset. I think I can full round meditate to reset all of my... for your stats, I'll do that too.
Yeah, hopping off.
You might also have Meteor Strike.
Yeah, you might. All right, so Finnery, you hop off and do that. You're fully sort of restored in that manner. The Overgrig, who was trying to get into the door, the last time he sensed that aura is still inside, so he is going to attempt to just smash through the wall and the door jam and all of that with a gore attack.
I mean, at that point, everybody knows he's there, right?
Yes, as they attack like this, they are very visible. With 12 points of damage, he scratches the surface of this, but like it's stone and wood, like very thick wood on the door jam itself. He does not damage it enough to break through it. Maybe like 5 or 6 more attempts like that, he might make enough room for him to come through, but not like that. That is his whole turn to try to do that. Max, what are you doing?
I come out of the dirt and dropping a spell that's droppable is not an actual action.
Nope, dismissing is a free action.
So it can be done in the middle of movement, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So if that's the case, I come out of the ground as soon as I'm not in the dirt anymore. So I'm 5 feet under, right?
Mm-hmm.
I drop the altar self.
Okay.
And continue to climb up onto the up that wall that I'm next to onto the house, I guess.
Okay. You have spider climb going still, I believe. So
yeah.
So I think you could pretty much get to. So you're trying to get up this house again, yeah?
I mean, as far as I can go, yeah.
Yeah, I would say you could definitely do that. I would say because of spider climb, you get to basically the awning portion up on the house, which is basically 20 feet up, using your full movement and action. Okay.
Oh. So it's like 40 feet up total from where I was?
So you went up 5 feet out of the ground, which would be like 1/4 of your movement, right? To burrow out of that. And then once you were on the ground, you climbed 5 feet up onto this kind of thing, which is automatic. So that's 10 feet. 5 feet over, 5 feet over, that's 20 feet. Then you climbed 20 feet with spider climb. I think the math is right on that. Because spider climb allows you to move at...
Okay, is this plus 20 from this stone, or is
Yes.
this from the ground?
From this stone. From this stone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
I thought it was off the ground.
Now, I think you're above the precipice and like you're no longer climbing on your next turn, if that helps at all.
Instead of that,
yeah.
Could I have cast Expeditious Retreat first?
Yes. There's no reason you couldn't. That gives you additional movement.
Oh no, but it's only land. Never mind. It's not climbing. It doesn't affect
yeah,
climb.
that's true. Yeah.
That's
all
my
right.
turn. I'm useless this fight. Awesome.
All right. Well, right now you guys are on the roof essentially together, searching out.
I know. As soon as I get on the awning, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get on the awning, I'm going to copy an image. Hold on.
All right. Is this going in the Discord?
Yeah. As soon as I get up on the awning, I kind of hold the cape in my hands. and I start waving it, and I say, "Yoo-hoo!"
Okay. You're still wearing it. You're just taking a portion of it around
I'm not
your
taking
body.
it off. I'm just like, I'm holding, while it's attached to my neck area, I'm holding the cape out in front of me and kind of waving it around.
Oh, this is fun. I also have to check one thing. Yes. Okay, Max. Also, on top of
the aura.
Yeah. As you do so, you climb up to the top of this. Medolvir and Finri. As you see Max, something changes.
He's hot.
No.
Oh,
you feel like this change in the forces around you, Finri and Medolvir specifically, and like a draw to a different direction, like it's in your stomach. You feel just like this weird shift in how you are standing. Not you, Lanray. Just Medolvir and Finri. Lanray kind of doesn't take notice of that since he doesn't know what's happening. He's going to continue to search down below. He's going to take a 5-foot this direction, and he's going to fire off at the lone Ulvergrig that's running away. He's going to be like lining it up. Many shot.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Lanray's doing this?
Yeah, Lanray.
Has Lanray not been with us this whole time?
Lanray's been with you the whole time.
No, actual player Lanray. Not character.
No, Finray. Finray's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lanray was here too. My bad.
Yep. All right. Lanray's going to fire off. Oh, I accidentally didn't do... Here, I'm going to delete that and do it again and give him back his arrow. All right. So many shot, and it's going to be a full attack. Many more dice. Give him back one arrow. All right. Oops. Accidentally didn't reveal to everyone. Okay. First one, 31 definitely strikes. 27 definitely strikes. 19 does not strike. So the first two do strike for 16 and 18 points of damage. 16 and 18 equals 34. He's looking rough. These arrows have struck quite well as this Ulvergrig is out in the open, not able to be camouflaged at all.
Let's see.
That is Lanray's turn, and he calls out like, "I can't
That's 61 damage, right?
34. The bottom 19 doesn't strike. Oh, I'm counting it wrong. Yeah. There's 3, so let me do that correctly. 15, 24, 12 more is 36. 45. So I said it was 34. It's actually 45, which is 11 more points of damage. With that, he is looking near death, but still standing. Yeah. that is Lanray's turn. Thank you, Max. I misread that. Medolfir, you know that the Ulvergrig that you saw for a moment is moving, and you still do see him. I'm going to show you the position he's going in. He has made it all the way to here.
Hold on, which map are you? Oh, okay,
main map. So he is seemingly making a beeline towards Max. Max, you do not see any of this without a very good spot check. That is its turn. The other Ulvergrig that you are not looking at is continuing to do things. Okay. And finally, the ones on the prairie map. One of them is going to scatter back to the current map, and you lose sight of him once he does. Once he's out of the underbrush, the last place you see him is returning back into this entanglement, and then he's kind of disappearing into the vines. Let me do his check for the entanglement. Yep, that'll do. Okay. That is his turn. And lastly, this one on the prairie map on the southwest corner is going to move away down the path where he last saw Fenrir and Medolfir and just is like almost sniffing around. That is his turn. Medolfir, back to you. You see the one that was moving towards Max.
Okay. You were. I don't know if you were reading more about it, but you said we noticed a change in something when we see Max pop up on the roof. Was there more description to that? Did we see like an actual like palpable, detectable change of something?
In this moment, now that it's your turn, I will say Max's presence, beyond just kind of like this pull on your stomach, does have an impact on the material world around him. The beam that you broke before, that fell down and the roof started collapsing, you now see that where it laid on the ground, kind of shattered apart, it is now standing like perfectly vertical on the floor of the second floor below you. And the little pieces of shingles that fell to the ground in a just chaotic disbursement have like reordered themselves into rows and columns, like perfect, like a little table of shingles that are perfectly laid out down below.
So they're still destroyed. They're orderly destroyed now.
Yes, exactly. Okay. This is not. It is not mending the broken things. It is just bringing order into chaos.
Okay. First thing I am going to do is say, Max, you better move. There's one right behind you.
Okay.
Max does a rut face.
Secondly, what? I don't know what we're doing now.
Yeah, you see this one. You know that one moved through somewhere into this entanglement, and then there's the ones off in the prairie area.
And there's the one that made his presence very obvious to the north by attacking the stones.
Yeah, that's true. You felt like the slamming against the wall and can see this one now also down below on the other side of the building.
Okay, where's the wizard guy, the caretaker?
Oh, he's like, you guys are the young adventurers. I've had enough of these. I'm going back into my TARDIS. He seemed a little drunk. Okay.
I thought, maybe I'm wrong. I thought maybe we subdued and restrained him.
No. You willingly are helping him.
Yeah, he turned out to be cool. And then he's like not gonna rat us out.
And he and then he tasked us with getting rid of these guys.
Yep.
Okay. I remember. Sorry, I had a memory refresh from last session. Okay. Ooh. Do a quick left to right and see if I spot any of the others that have camouflaged. True seeing.
Okay, yeah, true seeing. So you're gonna go and just do like, I'm gonna say to kind of scan all around is gonna take up a move action. If you want to really know where all of them are in this moment.
Yeah, because I want to kind of know what the battlefield situation is here.
So Medolfir and only Medolfir sees this one. You see obviously the one that you knew before here. Everyone sees this one. You see this one is here in the entanglement. And you see the ones that are over in the prairie that are very visible, the two that are in the prairie. As you scan around, you feel pretty confident there are no other Ulvergrig present. So there are only 6 alive right now.
Have I spotted any of the crew that were, or have we accounted for that they're all dead?
They appear to be all dead. The true seeing won't show you them explicitly. Let me see. Does not negate concealment. No, like, yeah, you're not seeing them, but you do not hear their cries. If any did survive.
Not like holding down the alt so you can see their loot boxes, borders.
No, yes.
Okay.
No. If any did survive, they likely have run off away from this place as quickly as possible, but you do not see any of them.
Yeah, under my breath, I may be like, well, that takes care of that. So
yeah, I mean, since that occurred when they got ambushed and you heard all the screams, it's been like an hour or so because you guys had a whole conversation and everything with the guy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my move action.
Yep.
I'm gonna, of course, call out where I see these creatures at and approximate distances from the house, just to create awareness.
Yeah, in this moment, you guys have a general like idea of the number that are left and their direction around this house, like on a clock and distance. It won't help you with things that would still get concealment and cover and things like that, but you know where to approach to find one if you needed to. Okay. What else, Medolfir? Yeah. I will say that on a spot check, because he's giving you these directions, the DC will be reduced by 5.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm just assessing, I guess, this round because there's really nothing I can do without moving anyway. So yeah, just battlefield awareness and assessment, and we'll see what happens between the end of my turn and the beginning of my next.
Okay. With that, you hear some communication down below.
So
I mean,
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, GM. I hate doing that, but I am going to hold an attack action for anything that gets within my reach that I don't recognize as friendly.
Noted. You are holding for anything that approaches within your range. Down below, like almost like an elephant that is in distress, you hear the sounds of some kind of language you do not understand coming from the one that's out in the prairie who's badly hurt. And you notice that some of the other Ulvergrig like raise their heads a little bit, all in unison. Medolfir specifically sees this. That's odd. Flickerwisp, not really caring, sees the one that is over there almost near death. What does he have to finish off? Let's see. He's going to pull out... I mean, there's always Fireball, but it is a waste to use it on this. But that being said, he doesn't have actually anything else offensive at this point. He's going to look to Jameson and say, Jameson, over there. And he points over to the prairie area. There's one dying. I don't want to use my wand. I like it too much for just killing off one thing. And he's going to hold his turn for seeing if any of them cluster. And if they cluster, he's going to use his fireball wand. Jameson is going to take heed, move over to this side, noticing the fallen magical beast. He's torn somewhat. He's in awe of these beings to some extent. They're not evil beings, but he also knows that they are putting you all in deadly danger, so he is going to fire off Scorching Ray. With that, the 19 definitely hits. Does the 12 hit? 12 also hits. So all three of those hit. It is enough. The first one is enough to kill him. So that one Aldergrig is now dead. And I believe he can redirect them. He blasts and you may fire one ray plus one. Each ray requires... Yeah, there's nothing that says he can't...
separate targeting, yeah.
Within 30 feet of each other, though. So I don't believe there is another being within 30 feet of that one. So he kind of just shrugs and only hits it with the first one and kind of directs the other two off, not to sort of desecrate this magical beast's fallen body. Finry, you have Jameson floating above you. What are you doing?
Of all the things right now, I'm most concerned that Max's cloak is affecting me.
Yeah.
So I am moving away from Max and yelling about the fact that it's doing so that I can prep for in front of Landray on the west. I'll just move myself, and I'm going to wait until something comes up to I don't want to be where the roof is caving. I want to be there to protect Landray in case something crawls up the building. But I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, sounds good. That is your turn, holding turn. This Aldergrig that was previously slamming against a door, as he looks up and hears the cries of one of his other ones dying, also picks up on the sense of the aura having shifted. He is going to go ahead and climb up here and start climbing up this building. He gets all the way towards the top, and he is, again, just at the precipice here. As he sees Max, he's clawing over. He's kind of going sideways, climbing up the wood beam, inching towards Max. Max, it is your turn as you see this happening.
So he's at the same spot on the roof as I am, basically. Just
height-wise, yes. His claws are awfully close to being able to reach you right now.
He climbs so well.
Oh, these things climb very well, and they have a move speed of 40 feet.
Claws.
Yeah. They're like giant armadillo possums.
Yeah, but...
They got them thumbs, dude. The thumb helps.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna walk to the middle, I guess, to here.
Okay. Yeah, you can walk up to the spire. Yep.
Can I get up to the top of the spire?
You want to be standing on the point of the spire?
King Kong style.
Yeah, I'd say with spider climb, yes, you can.
Okay, I'm on top.
Okay, you're at the same height as Jameson, essentially now, at 30 feet.
Cool. Cool. And I am going to... Does this thing look like it can get up onto the spire?
The spire probably is a little too flimsy for it to be climbing up, but like it's a large being and the spire's only about 7 feet tall, so it could probably get up on its hind legs to attack you.
Boo.
Indeed.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna look to this creature. How far apart are these two?
Those two are mostly divided by height of 20 plus, let's call it 25 since he's at ground level, plus the distance. I'd say they're about 30, 35 feet. I'd say more than 30, but less than 35.
Boo.
Yeah, fireball. Flicker Wisp also doing that math while he's up there. He's like, I can only do one.
I mean, Fireball will reach both. That's not the issue.
Oh, okay.
Fireball is big enough.
Oh, you're right. If you put it in the center, it would easily reach both, yeah.
Okay.
What you doing?
I'm gonna try to hit this thing with a sweet Lord.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna hit it with a oh no, I can't.
What you got?
All right, I'm gonna do a positive thing for the group.
Okay.
How far away? Well, hold on. So, like, Finray is also on the roof, right? Like, all these guys are up high.
Everybody's up high right now. Nobody's down low.
Guys are at the same, yeah.
Generally, yeah.
And me and Jameson are only like 5 feet higher than everybody else.
Yeah, 5, 7 feet, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going in 5 foot increments just to keep it simple.
All right, I'm gonna do haste on all of them.
Okay. Yeah, that helps.
Everybody except for Flicker Wisp, I think.
No, I'd say even Flicker Wisp, because of how high you are, would be affected by it.
Well, no, so haste says that no two of the targets can be more than 30 feet apart.
Ah, okay, yes. Then yes.
So
sorry, I thought it was on center.
I think Jameson is fine with everybody.
Yeah, I'd concur with that.
But I don't think that was.
Okay.
So I guess that's my turn. Movement, spell.
Yep. And you all should be getting haste applied now. Next up would be Lanray. For some reason, you didn't get it there. Let me add it to you. Okay, that should get you now. All right, Lanray, feeling the benefits of haste. Let's see. So it's going to be an additional twice the normal speed of movement. And when you make a full attack, you get 1 extra attack. So that's going to be what he's going to do. He's going to be like, take a 5 foot step. And he is aware of this one coming up. So he's going to direct all of his arrows right at that guy. And he gets a lot of arrows because of that haste. So let's see. He's going to use Many Shot again. And it should automatically take into account the haste condition because that.
If he's doing a full attack,
yeah,
he should get that extra, I think.
Yes. I think it automatically understands when he has the haste condition to do that to him. Okay. Yep, it did. It didn't. I keep doing it as hidden for some reason, though. There we go. I got to change that. All right. Okay, so he does fire off that extra attack. The first one, 27, definitely hits for 14, 20 points. The next one is unfortunately a nat 1. The third one doesn't strike, and the fourth one doesn't strike. As he like lets loose all of these arrows, only that first set strike for but 20 points of damage. He's like disappointed. He's like, God, stupid armor. That is his turn. This Ulvergrig down on the ground is going to join in following that strength of the aura. It's going to get up onto here and then climb 15 feet up by the end of his turn. He's not quite to the top. He's still on the side of the wall, but much closer now to the other one. And that is where Flickerwisp goes, finally. And he fires off a fireball. He's been waiting for this. Right at those two. Ignore where I put it. I just dropped it, but he can avoid Jameson and Max, obviously. 23 points unless they save. On a reflex save. Hold on a second. I got to untarget everybody. Okay. Here's the saving throw for the first one. Here's a saving throw for the second one. Okay, the one that is already hurt does save, so he only takes 12 points of damage. 41. And then the second one does not save. He takes the full 23 points. Oh, they both were injured. The right was the first, the left was the second, so 30. All right. Cool. Let me delete that. Okay. That is Flickerwisp's held turn. That was also the Ulvergrig's turn. Lastly, the one that only Midolfir saw down here but called out the position, he's going to disappear again. And you do not know where he is at this time. You hear lots of noise down below, but you don't know where he is. Midolfir, back to the top. You are now getting surrounded by these three Ulvergrig, potentially. Two of them directly in front of you. What are you doing?
Let me see. All right, I saw them kind of get singed, a little.
Yep, a little bit.
And then I see the one. Are there any that are hidden because no one else sees them, but I would see them that are in our field of view on the map?
Let's see. It doesn't solve for concealment. You definitely see the two here. This one, its claws are coming up enough that you can see it. It's not concealed from its position. You do, as you scan, you're using a full move action to scan fully around?
No, just in my field of view.
Which direction is your field of view?
I'm looking towards the two that are coming up on the roof.
Then no, you don't see any others other than those two.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just a swift action to do that. By the way, that like feeling in your gut, like others have felt it. Finry felt it. Lanray actually felt it at one moment. Jameson's feeling it. For you, Midolfir, it is like an unnerving feeling. It's not having any necessarily mechanical impact to you. You don't believe, but it does give you kind of like the ick.
Yeah, gross.
Being close to Max right now.
It's very anti-chaotic, huh?
Yeah. You're not even sure that it's coming from Max. You just kind of feel it when Max appeared.
I am going to. Let's see if I 10 feet.
Yeah, you can scooch around the fallen portion of the roof like that. Lanray's like standing on the beam of the roof right now. The one that was remaining.
And then Finry is right here. I don't know. Who's this? Jameson?
That's Jameson, yeah. Finry's over on this side.
Okay. Jameson, why are you gonna get right there where is he like
he's
up?
Floating. Yeah, he's Magneto right now.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, well. Let's do this.
Okay.
I am going to move 10 feet.
Sounds good.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. Which one looks crispier from what I can see?
They both look like they're about the same level of singed from various fireballs.
All right. Okay. Then.
Neither of them looks like they're near death yet. Yep. Okay.
And gotta take a swing with Mr. Bendy.
Okay. You did switch over to your...
Yeah, I already switched.
Yep, last turn.
See what it's got. Oh, come on.
I mean, for you still get a big bonus. So 24 to strike because this one is still climbing. He is flat-footed. And because he is flat-footed, that does strike for 22 points of damage. Like, you notice that otherwise these things have just enough movement in their bodies that they would have potentially missed that. But yes, that does strike.
Yep.
He's still alive.
Yeah. Now, my bonus extra attack is only if I take full attacks, correct?
Correct, yes. Yep.
For the haste?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe next turn.
Did he...
that is...
Is he still moving?
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
he looks still fine.
Can I... Well, I don't know with the haste and... Actually, I don't know what the rules are, like adopting a defensive stance. Does that take a action, free action? Or what?
Let me check.
I'm like 80% sure it's an action to do that.
I think so as well. I'm just double checking. It is not a free action, so you would have to actually use. I think you can use your move action to do it, but you can't just. It's not a free action, and you already moved, so.
Yep. Okay. Then that's it. Get ready for the pain next round.
Okay.
Or this round, actually.
All right. WTB 3.5 rules AI. What is that, Finnery?
Want to buy.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Just like AI agent that is only 3.5 rules and would be really nice. I should really look into that. Okay. That is your turn, Madolfir. Let me double check on the prairie. Nope. Okay, so next up is Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp is going to look down and see Madolfir being confronted by these two beings. He's going to fire off another fireball. He's going mad with his fireballs. Does not care if he has another one left after this battle, as long as he protects his buddy Madolfir. So he's going to fire right there. And he's just like cursing like a damn sailor at this point. He's just like, fuck you, get off my buddy. 20 if it strikes. Here are their reflex saves. Right one first, left one second. Okay, first one does succeed, second one fails. So first one on the right does have it. He's looking rough, but not dead. The second one also takes the full damage, but also not dead. Looking harmed, but not dead. Flugerus goes, God damn it. And he starts like shaking the wand, being like, I thought you would give me more than that. Jameson up at the top, being Magneto, with right next to Max. Oh, he has polymorph. He hasn't spoken with anybody to use polymorph, so he's not going to do that. Yeah, Yeah, he's running low a little bit here. No, he's got some. He's going to go ahead and do Scorching Ray at the one that just got struck. One of the ones that just got struck by Flicker Wisp.
He can aim them.
Yeah,
he
multiple.
Can split it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to focus it on this one so long as it's alive. The first one takes it down. It's looking much rougher now. The second attack does strike also, and that is enough to get it to an injured state. So he's going to go ahead and kill it off with the final. He's like, oh, I really hate this, but he's right in Modolfir's face. And as he does, this thing is burnt to a crisp and falls back down to the ground, dead. That is Jameson's turn. Jameson's just going to take kind of a...
What does he do with the third ray? Same guy?
It took all three to fully kill. It took him to an injured state. Just the numbers worked out. He's going to shift himself over here just to not be clustered, just in case. You know, magic users don't like clustering with others. That is his turn. Finry, it is back to you. You sense and feel the walls of this building shaking on this side.
I hate all of that. I am going to use the Chrono Charm.
Okay.
So that means my current speed is 30, I think, because of haste. So I get is 60, so I get 30, right?
Yes. It does not say natural speed, so I would say that this would stack.
I'm going to take 15 of that. I'm not even going to take all of it, but I don't know if I get a charge because of this, but I want to just go and take a full attack here at the end of the charge. All right. Good.
Yeah.
So I'm
you get a charge also.
I'm going to blend to this guy.
Okay.
And I get an extra attack because of whatchamacallit, right?
Because of the haste, you still get your full attack, and he's not with his dex bonus. He is halfway up. He's got his body upward, but he's flat-footed, so he's losing his dex bonus.
I'll pull that out because
so you get all of that. This is going to be very painful to him.
And then I think this is my directive. Sure.
Man, that's a lot of dice.
No, these are just random cards.
It's still going. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. Good god!
That's 3 crit threats.
This is so insane. It's still going. How is it still going? Oh my god!
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, that actually adds up because of the haste and the full attack. That all adds up. Like, I think you go into like super Scion mode, right? Your blades are just moving at a speed that is like creating a temporal, like it just looks like a blur to everyone surrounding you, but you are just moving at a speed that is unfathomable with your blades.
From a rogue.
26, 31. Okay, so 31 points. The other two don't strike. So you don't hit with the other two.
Amazing.
The 14 doesn't hit, but that 31 with the 31 confirmed does hit. So that is 31 points. Oh, sorry, 45 points plus 31 is 76 points of damage. How do you want to kill this guy?
Oh, Barbarian.
Yeah, I put the gif of it, but if you've ever seen the solo leveling anime, like where he like rolls out and just starts sliding his knife across the body of the thing while jumping around him.
Yes.
I had 15 more feet of movement, so I'm just gonna like start raking these kukris around him, and then I'm gonna jump back on the platform.
Okay.
Your enemy can't push a button.
Sounds awesome. That is the end of this Oliver Grigg. He is very dead. I think that would have been massive damage death either way. So yeah, he is gone. That is your turn. He no longer has a turn because he is very dead. Okay. Next up would be Max. Max, you are not necessarily aware, other than there was a guy off here in the left, and then you do see the guy out in the prairie who is just like out in the grassy area, has not taken notice yet of you.
Okay. So, and we kind of know that this guy's here from the underbrush moving, but we don't have eyes on him.
Oh, yes. Good point. This one over here, you don't have eyes on. Midolfir just called him out. But you don't think he's moved since Midolfir called him out.
But
he's
he re-entered. He re-entered the undergrowth, I think, didn't he? He went out and then came back.
Correct. He was out in the prairie and he came back this way.
So I don't know how he might be tangled up for all I know. All right.
Might be.
And I hear these two that are near us sloughing off, falling to the ground. Can I look in the opposite direction? I want to look this way.
Okay, yeah.
In this vector. I don't know,
Sure. And just with a spot check, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
It's gonna suck, but it's fine. It's a 0. Okay.
Yeah. That.
Cool. But I know that there's at least 3 of these guys.
You know that there is one out in the prairie, and you believe 2 more that are unaccounted for at this time. Yes.
Yeah, but there's at least 3 of them. Okay.
3. Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, I think I have to do this now.
Yeah. What you got?
I'm gonna take a scroll out of my handy haversack, so it's the right scroll.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it, and it's gonna be another alter self. Let me do that.
Okay.
And it's only gonna be 30 minutes because it's from the scroll.
Yep.
But this time I'm going to turn into a elf-like creature. I mean, it is an elf.
Okay.
And I'm about to give you guys nightmares. But okay, so do you remember when America had a space shuttle?
I do remember that. There's one near me.
Okay. I mean, active. It was being used. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was an arm on it that had basically on both ends of the arm was hands.
Okay. Yeah,
so
a repair.
It wasn't permanently attached anywhere.
Okay.
Remember that thing?
Sure.
Okay. All of the hairs on top of Max's head begin to reach out to his shoulders, and then they attach there, and then they detach from the top of his head, and then that side swings down and goes to his the back of his shoulder blades.
Okay.
And attaches there, and then lets go from the top of his shoulder, and then they all start to weave, trying to make a fabric almost, as Max turns into a flying elf with 12-foot wingspan wings.
Okay. Let me see one thing.
A Varial.
Okay. So you're turning into a Varial. You keep all extraordinary attacks from them, but you lose any normal form. Lose capable speech. You acquire the physical qualities of the new form. I would say wings would be like that.
Yeah, this is not a magical flying. This is a
physical flying. Yeah, because it's a physical presence of wings. Yeah, you do get that per alter self. Okay.
There are also advantages to this because I also get improvements to listen and spot and search, as well as jump.
Okay, noted.
Because there's a racial bonus.
Send me the link for that when you get a chance.
What the creature?
Yeah, the creature.
It's in the Races of Faerun book.
Okay, got it.
Page 31. If you have the PDF.
Yeah, I got it. A Varial.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all. There's no bonus feats or anything like that come.
I mean, your skin is looking amazing, though.
It's a very light, pale looking creature. Yeah. And I don't know what with the cloak. I guess that kind of like squishes down between the shoulder blades where the wings are coming out.
Yeah, it kind of turns into like a tunic-y looking cloak now, as opposed to like drapey over the wings. Yeah.
And then I say, yoo-hoo! And I fly directly southward.
Okay.
So
and they have... I think they have good flies, so yeah.
It's average. And
average, okay.
Cool. It's average with hover.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm gonna go 50 feet over here.
Okay. Yeah, their fly speed is 50, huh?
And I'm just like making myself obvious.
Okay. Yeah. You are just like this floating angelic like Max, still with afro, wings and this.
No. My fro turned into the wings. And I am now fully bald.
Okay.
And my wings are actually super orange. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Give me a bluff check. I know you're like, that's the way that feint works. It's going to be extremely low DC. It's
what
mostly
am I feinting,
about you're another thing that the bluff check does is to draw attention. So you're using the aura. Right. The DC is low, but it's more about it was DC 5. You just needed to not completely fail it. Okay.
Accidentally be very quiet when I want to be really loud. Yeah.
Yeah, like you like your voice cracks or something like that.
I would not put that beyond Max, honestly.
True. Okay, noted. You are trying to draw out all remaining Ulvergrig. Lanray, feeling under his feet, being the ranger that he is, feeling under his feet that there is something climbing on the left side of this building. He's going to rush over, stand on the precipice of the roof. He looks down and sees this one about 15 feet up in the air. He's going to fire off a single shot at point blank. Point blank, single attack. Ooh, he's running low in arrows after all those freaking arrows. 40 will hit for 8 points of damage. But the thing is very much still alive as it's still climbing. That is Lanray's turn as he calls over. Got one climbing up here. That Ulvergrig's turn is next. It is going to complete its move up. It is now on top of the roof. It would have otherwise drawn... Oh, no, it wouldn't at this location. No attack of opportunity. He is going to move... Oh, he doesn't have to. He has a reach with his claws, so he's going to strike with his claws. Single attack with his claws. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's going to attack Lanray for 10 points of damage. Now, one thing he gets is brute force here. He's going to attempt to shove Lanray off this roof. So with that strike, he does get to do that. It's going to be strength versus strength. Okay, he had to beat it by 5 to push him 5 feet off, which would have been the requirement. So instead, he does not. That is equal enough for Lanray to not be pushed off this roof. That is the end of the Ulvergrig's turn. There is other Ulvergrig action occurring.
Does Max hear any of it while he's hovering?
Yes. You see up in the air now the movement of this underbrush down here. I just need to do a strength check to see if he moves. Oh, yeah, 20. Yes, so he's moving unencumbered. You do see him now pop up onto this stone down below, and you see him very intent on you, Max. At this point, the best way he knows to get closer to the aura is to start climbing. So he begins just at the base of this wall, 5 feet. That is his turn. And then finally, the one out in the prairie is starting to rush back towards the others. He actually makes it onto this map. just at the far precipice. And you see him disappear once he enters the wood line again. Here.
GM.
Yeah.
Could I do a sense motive to get a handle on the intelligence or... Yeah, really just the intelligence of these things.
Yeah, give me anybody who wants to do a sense motive, having encountered these guys for now like 10 rounds almost, 8 rounds, can do a sense motive. Max, what your motive check tells you is like they are almost like primally drawn to this magic aura that you're holding. Medolfir. Finri, same thing. Like they just seem like they're just driven by magic. However, Medolfir, with your check and your true seeing, which helped you see their reactions when one would fall, you get the sense that these are not just dumb, aberrational kind of monsters. These are magical beasts, most of which are not usually smart. So you don't think they're necessarily smart, but there's like an innate wisdom amongst them. And they do have a language. So they're smart enough to have some sort of language that they talk to each other in. Even if it's just kind of an emotional grunting sound. Like, these things have not necessarily human consciousness, but they're not just mechanically going after their goals.
Okay.
Okay. And that will be the end of that round. Back to the top. You guys are still dealing with there's so many of them. Lots of XP coming out of this battle. Medolfir. Landry's got his hands full. What are you doing?
I'm gonna relieve some of that issue.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So you get a single attack here. You again don't get to use the haste, unfortunately, but
that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine.
I mean, it has an effect regardless. Like, it's just not an extra attack in this situation.
Right.
It's still giving +1 to attacks, I think.
Mm-hmm. Is that part of it? Yeah, look that up. I think it's more defensive that it helps. Let me see. +1 bonus on attack rolls and dodge bonus to AC. Yeah. I think that's in effect. Let me double check the buff because I'm not seeing it.
I'll tell you.
It affects AC, reflex saves, attack rolls.
Yeah. Let me make sure the buff.
My AC and touch were 15 at the beginning of the battle, and they're 16 now.
Yep, I see it. Yep, it's there. Okay, cool.
And the
so that's
haste
in
affects
effect.
all forms of movement. So
Yes.
really, Max could have gone 80 feet, but...
That's true. You could have if you wanted to.
I only went 50.
Okay. So, Medolfir, that 28 definitely strikes for 23 points of damage as this tough skin. Like, you feel like that was a pretty good hit, but he does not look like he's flinching. He's definitely going to try to hit you back.
That's good. It was more to draw attention from Landry. Because Landry is about to be pincered if he doesn't move.
Yeah. Okay, Flicker Wisp. He is down to his final set of charges on this fireball spell. He does an internal calculation knowing the further journey he has to go, potentially not with you guys. He's going to need to have something at hand to help with that.
Can Max have an opportunity to see what he's contemplating and maybe give him a hand signal or something?
You see him like just kind of like doing the like look left, look right, left, left. What hand signal are you giving him?
Okay, with the 5 I see it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
He's out in the open.
Just knowing Flicker Wisp makes it really easy to figure out. Okay.
Yes.
I kind of just put out my hand like a stop. Like, no, don't do that.
Okay.
Do something else.
Okay. He actually pulls out a different wand. It's a wand you guys haven't seen before, and he's kind of just like ready to use it if needed. He's holding his action. Jameson, however, does not need to do that. He is going to continue to fly, similar to where Max did, and noticing this Ulvergrig that appeared down below, he's going to position himself so that there's no concealment, and he is going to fire off another Scorching Ray. It's running low in those, but he's got enough left. Okay. This is against touch AC. I believe all of those are going to strike. Yes, they all strike for 29, 39, 46 points of damage. He singes this thing pretty damn bad. It's looking rougher, but it's kind of like a bloodied state. That is Jameson's entire turn. Finry.
Is he attacking this one?
No, the one that was climbing up the wall here.
Gotcha.
Okay. Finry and Midolfir, you feel much better now. Those weird pangs inside your tummy went away. Finry, what are you up to? Can't quite get into flank.
Well, he's flanked with. No, he's not flanked with.
He's not flanked with Lanria.
Well,
I think it counts if the creature's threat.
No,
it only counts if they're threatening the creature.
Oh, okay.
Not if the creature's threatening them.
Yeah, I don't need it. I'll just use Distracting Ember to get flanked. And then I get 2 full attacks, I think is what it is, right?
No. Why would you get 2?
Because I'm hasted, right?
Only if you get a full attack, but you moved far enough that you don't get a full attack. You just get a single attack, which you can use both your hands on, but it's still just a single attack.
Wait a minute. So even though I'm hasted, there's I get no additional benefit
if you do a full attack, you get 1 extra attack roll with that full attack. If you don't get a full attack, you still get a bonus to it's like a +1 bonus to your attack roll and a +1 to your AC and reflex saves. So haste it's a weird spell in 3.5. It's like a flowchart.
Mm-hmm. But since you had to move more than 5, you lose the extra full attack bonus thing. So you still just get the single. But with sneak attack. So I assume you're selecting your flowchart of attack.
It's a little different between 2.5 and 5.
Yeah. Yes, it is different than 5. 5 drastically altered haste.
Well, and 2.5. 2.5, you just got double attacks.
Right.
I think GM's buff has everything in it, though. So if
it
you
does.
do the single attack, it should work.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
And I get charged, though? I just got to know what that is.
I will say that you get charged from the movement that you just took, yes. Okay. You do get the sneak attack.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That single attack fucking hit like a bus, though, dude. Damn.
It's that one trick he has. He's got a couple of ways of getting different kinds of flank and things because of his build. It's pretty smart. Okay. So with that, the first one does strike. The second one will not strike on his, even though he's flanked. And you selected flanked when you did that, right?
Yeah, I did click flank.
Okay.
I don't remember when I rolled. I should be able to.
So the 27 does strike for 39 points of damage. He is injured, but he is not dead. You see this thing take a large strike to one of its limbs, and it is clearly distressed and in harm, but not dead. I believe that is your turn. Max. Yep. You got something else, Spinner?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Max, you see all these Ulvergrig dying below you. What are you doing? You might be muted.
I saw the one that was out in the prairie run towards us and into the underbrush and disappear, but it's definitely on that vector, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere out here in this zone.
But it looked like it was heading straight to us.
Yeah, the last time you saw him, he was kind of just off the map here.
Okay. Max is going to start up. I mean, everybody looks... Oh, man. How does this guy over here look?
Injured. That's the one that Finry just took down to injured state. And then this one over here looks bloodied, but still alive.
Right. But he's mid-climb.
Yes, mid-climb.
Do I think he can get up and over to Landray in the next turn?
Not with an attack remaining.
Okay.
No.
All right. So he can get there, but he can't. And this one looks more intent on me, right?
Yes, it's very focused on that cape.
Okay. I'm going to go up. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, this is cheesy, but I'm going to do Archon's Focus and then go up like 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. That will be your turn.
Yeah.
We'll see if it comes into play. Landray. Landray like sizes up the injured one, shrugs it off, sees this one climbing up. He's just going to go ahead and do a full attack. He's hasted right now. Going to see if he can finish him off. Man, he is really low in arrows after this. He's going to do many shot, full attack, point blank range. Oh, his rollout much slower than Finry's. Finry's all seem to come as a flood altogether.
It's 8d6 per sneak attack total. So there's 8d6s that drop. And then 2 attacks. So that's like 16 dice at once.
It's wild. All right, the first one doesn't hit. The second 2 do. Oh, wait. No, he's flat-footed. So all 3 do strike. As he fires off these arrows, 12, 16, I mean, enough. That is enough to take him down to 0 after the second set. So the third set will kill him. NPC death. So Landray finishes off the one that is climbing, and he calls out, I can't see the other one in the woods. That is the end of his turn. And lastly, this injured Oliver Grigg. I'm going to say he's going to go ahead and lash out with his last sort of like injured breath, and it's going to take him to negative, but that's all he knows. He's going to do a single attack at Madolfir in anger. 19 to hit. Okay, so you take 10 points of hit damage as this kind of cornered beast strikes out at you. And lastly, this one that is hidden is going to get to move now. Okay. And that is Madolfir's turn now. What are you doing, Madolfir?
So you said that was a lash out with him being like in like does that disable him by doing that?
Yeah, he goes unconscious in trying to do that. So that
good deal.
He's
One
dying.
more.
In fact, when he does that and strikes out, he goes unconscious. I think he is dislodged enough from the roof that he actually falls off the roof onto the ground below.
Hey, as he starts falling, because I know he's falling anyway, I'm gonna ham it up and flavor it by like pushing him with my foot to make it look like I pushed him off the roof.
Yeah, give me a strength check to see how much that assists in the falling.
Well, like I'm not like actually like, trying to put effort into it, just making it look like I did it.
Right. Right. It's kind of like when people go to like a national park and kick a boulder off of a cliff. It's like, it didn't do much there. But yes, he does fall. He actually takes 1d6 damage falling too. So
get right. I am going to spend my time this round, and I'll use it as an action, so I can use my movement to kind of move to different points on the roof if I need to look around and spot other groups.
Yeah. I mean, you get a good sense as you look around that the one that is dying now on the ground, and you see one more right here, much like the other one, drawn like a moth towards Max right now, intent on Max.
Okay, so in that case, I mean, if I see him without having to move around the top to look at different fields of view, I'm going to move to the edge of the house and be like, he's right there.
Okay. Flicker Wisp is going to continue to hold, as Max said, and Flicker Wisp starts like making sure that the ship is in order, things like that, in case you guys need to get out of here. He's not privy to what you guys discussed with the keeper of this house. Jameson is going to shift over, not being able to visually see enough for the Scorching Ray in this moment. He's just going to ready himself here in case he does see it. Finnery, what are you doing? There's seemingly only one ambulatory monster left.
And I'm going to take my time to meditate, so I reset my combat stances. That's it.
Okay. Max, you've got Archon's focus going. You've been given general location from here.
Okay. So this thing camouflages in, like, when it was out in the prairie,
Yeah.
it couldn't camouflage. But when it came into the underbrush, it could? Is that what, am I?
Yeah, it needs like 3-dimensional massing of objects to shield itself from various vantage points. So like just being out in the open, it's on top of ground, so it's very easy to spot him from various angles.
It's not necessarily foliage that it needs, but it needs structure.
Stuff around it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to see that it's surrounded. Well, the place that first of all, I can't see it, can I?
No, you just know of its presence because of Adolphir.
Okay, so I'm going to very much like a Air Force. I don't know what they call them, generals. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
In Vietnam, I'm just gonna be like, I need that foliage gone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Fireball.
I think you're talking about napalming them.
Yeah. Yep. Napalm. Okay. I'm going to napalm this. Like, I don't really. I know it's not on the patio, but
yeah,
I'm gonna do like the area.
Okay, where the foliage itself is.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, like, I don't see it specifically, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That. So
yeah, you knew it was at the base of the foundation, so like you would know that it could be in here.
The main thing is, I want to destroy all the greenery in that circle.
Understood.
Right? So.
Okay, he does save on the reflex, but he takes half the damage for 22 points. Okay, he's looking bloodied. The foliage does come off here. I'm going to just leave what does remain as its own thing. So this area here remain. What? I didn't want to do that.
You just want me to leave the circle up so that you see where...
oh yeah, that's probably smarter. Just leave the circle up as a dimension. That's this blank zone, no vegetation in there now.
So now I can see the thing, right?
You can. Everyone can. It is very visible right here.
I'm going to hit it with a Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay.
So this is going to be against its touch AC.
Okay, yep. That's only a 12. That definitely strikes.
23, and he's going to take 1d6 plus per 2 caster level, so plus 4.
Okay,
strength damage. Alright, so I'm rolling 1d6 plus 4.
Yep.
So he takes 7 strength damage.
Oof, yeah. He's a weak boy now. I mean, he's still pretty strong.
I'm trying to... basically, with that spell, I was trying to just bring this guy down to human
normal
scale strength.
Sure. Okay, yeah, that worked.
And that's... and then my movement, I'm gonna just go directly above it.
Yeah.
I'll put my token over here just so I'm not on top.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm up there.
Okay. Landray kind of calls out, I don't have a shot on this one's like kind of concealed because of the base of this building from where he's standing. So he's like, I'm just going to take out this last one, put him out of his misery. He's going to do a single shot. It's pretty much a coup de grace at this point. Against touch AC. Yeah, that'll hit. That is actually exactly what he needed to kill him off. That one is dead, and then he kind of just shifts over to this side, hopping onto the part of the roof that is still stable on the edges. That is his turn. Remove this one. Okay. Oh, this one's disappeared from the initiative. He also had 8.03. Okay. And lastly, this final Alvergrig that is alive is going to... Man, he does not have abilities against flying beings. You guys are staying high up.
Sucks to suck.
Yep. He's going to climb up onto this. That takes up his entire first round, or first movement action. He's going to just like call out and reach up for this thing that Max is flying with, and sensing it cannot reach it, it's going to just do a full run in this direction. It's just like stampeding away. Madolfir.
Well.
Your XP is running away.
Exactly. I am gonna jump from where I'm at to there. Boots of landing.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to close the distance, basically, right?
Yeah,
but I don't want to take my time shimmying down. I want to jump as far.
Yeah, you can do that. So this is going to be a long jump. Go ahead and give me the jump skill check. Because you have the boots, there's no fear of having to do like a balance when you fall. So yeah, go ahead and give me a jump check. And that'll tell us how far you move.
My current jump check is plus 30.
Yeah. Okay.
How does that? Hold on. How does that?
Is it 30?
No, it's showing plus 30 on the sheet.
Yeah, it is plus 30 on the sheet. I'm guessing it's because of one of the buffs, but it's not taking into consideration
adding
properly.
it into the roll, but
I'll say the calculation in the skills is the correct one. So that should be a 40, which means you are able to jump from standstill because you're not getting a run start. Long jump distance, double the AC. So you got 20 foot of jump with that. So you immediately move 20 feet down. And I play it differently. I'm basically going to give you half of your remaining movement beyond that. The jump kind of takes up half of your move action.
But I'm hasted, so I mean, I can make it to where
sure.
I'm opening right now.
Yeah, definitely. And still have a standard attack, for sure. Your boots glide you down gently as you land and take off running. Go ahead and give me that attack.
I'm gonna flavor this hit then.
Okay.
This attack, like I'm doing a slide into home base type of slide with my feet as I attack.
Okay. 31, 22 points of damage as you slide in and try to take out its legs, or just its belly. It does strike, but not enough to kill it, and you find yourself in a kind of awkward position now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm hasted. I can catch him however long enough. So.
Yeah. Flickerwisp is like yelling to his unseen servants to begin the engine startup, and the unseen servants are doing things up on the ship. Jameson is going to float down to Lanray, seeing Lanray is injured, and go ahead and heal Lanray. Not wanting to potentially, there might be other beings out here, so he doesn't want to risk it. So he does a cure light wounds for Lanray. Okay. So 6 points for Lanray. who was looking a little rough. Okay, that is Jameson's turn. Finray, it is your turn. You see Minolfir has not quite killed this thing yet.
I still have my 2 crossbows, right?
You do.
I will just take a full attack, shoot with them. But
Okay. You can get, I would say, since you're two-handed and they are hand crossbows, you don't get a full attack because changing your weapon will be your move action. So you get a single attack with each, since you didn't have them loaded before.
And it's shot into melee.
It is, since Minolfir did just strike it.
Do you play it like if he drops his melee weapons to the roof?
Oh,
can he draw the hand crossbows as a free action?
Yes, we've always done that. So if you want to just drop your kukris on the roof, Finry, you can take a full attack.
That's great. That's what I'll do. And then I don't get a sneak attack on it, do I?
No sneak attack. It's aware of you, and you can ignore shot into melee. But if you hit something less than the AC target, then Minolfir has a chance of being hit accidentally.
Can
your
you
choice.
attack with ranged weapons in 3.5?
Yes, sneak attack still works on ranged weapons, I believe, if they are unaware of you.
Okay, I thought that was
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, unaware. I get it. Okay.
Yep.
It's anytime they wouldn't have gotten the dex bonus to their AC against.
Okay,
you,
that's
right?
so that's still that mechanic still applies in 3.5 rules. Okay, I think
Yeah.
It's both flank and loss of dex.
Hey, I'm sorry. I need to point out one other thing that I don't know if we were taking into account, and this may retcon a round of action.
Sure.
But is that entangle still active? Because
It is, but it's not on the area that the circle is showing where you are right now, because that's pavement. Yep.
Hey, I noting that Modal Fear looks pretty beefy and healthy right now. I am not gonna try to shoot into him. I'm just gonna shoot. Is that normal? So I don't take the -4?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
And so now I get a full attack plus another one, right?
Yeah. You get a full attack plus haste. It'll automatically give you that if you roll the full attack.
Plus, there's a flying healer pretty close by. So
yeah,
take the risk.
I mean, a couple of crossbow bolts in Minolfir's ass won't kill him. Man, you've been getting some freaking crits. That's a double crit. Okay. I got to mark that one down.
Oh yeah, the check for the crit was a crit. That's great.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter for me. It's like a D3 or D4. I get another D3 that's kind of like whatever.
So double crit. With that double crit, I'll allow 2 things. Yeah, the damage you do before that double crit isn't enough to kill it or even injure it. So he's only down 2 before that double crit happens. On the double crit, I will say you can immediately kill this being, which would happen. Basically, you would do enough that the massive damage would be incurred. I'm going to state that. Or you can take sort of a token that goes along with that weapon that may impact the future of that weapon. Like you have almost found a martial blessing of this weapon because of this double crit. So you can choose right now if you want to just kill this guy right now or take that benefit.
Okay, well, that
Take the benefit.
Permanent?
Yeah.
Yes, I would say it's almost permanent. Like you and this weapon, just you love this weapon now that it's giving you this double crit. It will help in the future with a similar type option.
And would there also be an option to shoot Modal Fear in the Bobo if I chose?
Yeah, you with the 16, you definitely could do that because you missed on the 16 and the 20. It's a 50-50 chance if it hits Modal Fear in the butt.
Yeah, I'm just going to let it be a martial weapon. We might as well do that. I've never done that. I feel like shooting Modal Fear in the butt, I'll have more opportunities in the future.
Okay,
well,
cool.
And I will point this out, okay? As on brand as it used to be, Flickerwist would normally have hit me at least with one of his fire spells that he launched on his wands during this battle, and that didn't happen, so this kind of makes up for it. So
Okay, yeah. So for purpose of future, righty hand crossbow, not lefty. Lefty's never your favorite. Righty hand crossbow is your favorite crossbow now, hand crossbow, and you feel like it does good things for you now.
But,
okay.
You know, Motofa, you have to know, because I remember there was a combat where I grabbed you by the gonads. This time I tried to shoot you in the ass. It's a theme.
Yeah.
On brand.
So,
absolutely.
Midolfir, can you roll me 3 D100s? Each one you want to stay below 51 in order to avoid negative. So you want to be low 51 or lower. Oh, and by the way, the thing is injured now. He's not dead, but he is injured.
Oh,
okay. No, you did it right. You did it right.
Oh, it's got the rolls. It's got the individual rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
High, low.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 75 and the 63. Finry, as you just fire off, you hardly ever use these hand crossbows, but as you just kind of fire them off, you know, they spray the field ahead. Some of them hit the Ulvergrig, some of them hit Midolfir. The 2 that hit Midolfir do 2 damage and 3 damage to Midolfir, so 5 total damage. Midolfir, you got.
I need to hit the Ulvergrig, by the way, like a 21 or something.
In 25. This condition, 25, yeah. So pretty much just 2 of them hit.
Cray.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and one of them was close enough that Midolfir didn't have to do the 50% chance. The 24 just misses without hitting anybody.
And I'll yell at the end of my turn, "My bad!"
Excellent. Max, you do see that this volley of hand crossbow bolts that have been fired off does do the effect to subdue and injure this Ulvergrig. It's seemingly the only one left. What are you doing? My bad.
I mean,
I like to think that the one that got the crits, you were so distracted by like a new little like lever or something you found on it that you shot wildly with the left hand.
Yeah.
All right, so Max is gonna look over towards the building, like behind Lanray.
Yep.
Does it look savable?
Yeah, it could be saved. It could be fixed.
Does it look like it's time for it, like?
No, it's not collapsing. It's stable how it is.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'll go over and land next to Lanray.
Okay.
And I'll give him a moderate cure wounds.
Sweet, yeah.
For 12.
Oh, thanks. I needed that. I got.
And I sort of say, I do it. I like kind of. I'm trying to do it like really piously.
Sure. Yeah. Like an angel blessing him.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I don't think that was the first level spell. I don't think there's anything I can do other than I'll yell up to Flickerwisp, chill out, we're not going anywhere.
Okay. Flickerwisp is like, oh, okay, so we're not ransacking the place. Got it. Okay.
And can I look, as I'm closer, can I look at the damaged material? And you said, like, does it look like it's piled up in, like, extremely organized, like, little piles of, like, sticks and shingles and stuff?
Yeah, it's like somebody preparing to build it up again. It's already ready to be built again.
It's like the contractors are coming tomorrow. Just got everything just got dropped off.
Like the pieces of a model set out in orderly fashion before
it's
put together.
Yep. Nice. It looks just like the IKEA manual.
Okay, so with the you know what? Never mind. It's fine.
Okay. You do see down below that the owner of the sensor house, the gnome Barrinvir, he's like looking up and he's like, "Oh, my roof. It's a good thing I know how to do mending." And he kind of starts like moving his hands, and you see him already casting to like fix it. It's not mending. It's like a much more powerful, maybe like
it's got to be like fabricator
similar, yeah.
So I piled up all the material for you real neatly, so hopefully that'll help you.
Is it getting mended into the Mechanicus version of the roof or mended into the normal version of it?
It seemingly is pulling together just like the way it used to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the effects of this cloak are.
Yeah, for sure.
Freaking me out. Yeah.
With that, Landry is going to put an end to the last remaining one. He's just going to fire off what I'm sure will end up killing this injured being. He gets so many rolls. That's a couple. And then he's like, as soon as he does that, he starts to look. Hey, where is his roll? There we go. Yeah, he finishes this thing off. It is very dead now. Let me see, actually. The first one strikes for -9, so he's definitely unconscious. In an unconscious state, he would only have his touch AC, I believe. So yes, he is dead. Okay. With that, you do not feel that there are any more hostiles. The roof is fixing itself from Barrinvir's intervention, who seems to be like smiling like ear-to-ear smile. Modolfir, you take some time to start checking out the skin and hide of these. Noted. Give me a survival check for that, Modolfir. Finry, you could do a survival check also. Max, are you sensing on Barrinvir?
Sorry, yeah. I'm looking through the hole of the roof at Barrinvir's face to figure out what's he smiling like. What's behind this smile? Yeah,
he seems to be happy that that the damage was minimal. You all seem to be alive. Like he seems genuinely, with that check, genuinely happy that the mission was completed successfully. Landray could definitely use some help finding his arrows. If you give a search check, Finray, I will give him a benefit.
Yeah, I can search for him too, but he would survive with Modolfir too to help with the animals, I think.
Oh yeah, good call. So you three are kind of doing all of that together. Survival check.
Can Max, while he's flying still, or he's got like 30 minutes on this, I want Max to fly around through the kind of around these trees.
Yep.
Looking for like old birds' nests that are abandoned.
Okay.
And I want to like swoop in and grab like feathers and stuff from them. Just sort of like throw them all in the bag.
Okay, yeah. There's plenty of those in these trees.
So okay, there's a bunch.
Yeah, I would say you could grab a handful without any issues. This is a very lively.
I want to get a whole bunch.
Okay, I would say if you take like 10, 20 minutes, you can certainly gather enough. Similar to them doing their search checks.
Yeah, I want to spend the remainder of my flying looking for, like, basically I'm trying to get the material for fletching.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right, so I'm looking like rock for the heads and wood is not a problem, but the little material. It's not always feather, but it helps.
Yeah. Okay. Barrinvir starts calling out the window, like, congratulations on. It's been a long time since I've seen someone do such wonderful magic. You've brought me such joy, Max. I will take you on as in my tutelage.
As I fly by, I'm like, awesome.
Yep. Okay, so
noted on
say that
in a drunk voice, not in a normal voice, but in the slur that you get when you've had one too many drinks.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a little wine tipsy at this moment too. Okay. Max, this cape as you swoop around seems to like, it's weird. It's almost like the tree branches themselves straighten up as you fly by and then release a little bit. It's got a weird effect on your surroundings. Are you guys, I'll give we'll do like a 2-minute warning here. Is there any cape of erection? Are you guys doing anything with Barrinvir? He promised, quite a valuable benefit of tutoring Max in wizardry. He also said that he would log this delivery as completed, which it technically was. Are you guys talking to him in any way about what you found?
About the cape?
Yeah.
I mean, he's smart enough. He definitely sees it on me. But
yeah. He's also starting to cast something.
Yeah. So has it been the period of time where is the ultra stealth almost over?
Yeah, I'll say, but all the searching and everything, survival checks are over. Madolfir, you do think this skin, if properly carved off, could be used as a form of scale, similar to dragon scales?
I'm okay. It's scale, so no good for me then.
Yeah, not hide. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. I am going to, as we're here, if we have conversation points with him, ask him if he's capable of mending and repairing my hide armor, my hide armor.
He smiles and he says, "Yes, I think I could if you give me. You might have to stay the night, so I have time to do so. But I think I could fix it."
I mean, I don't know if we're in a hurry to get out of here more than staying a night or two. So
it's been so long since I've had guests over. I have so much wine. I have this wine cellar. I made it because I thought my friends would come. All the people I used to adventure, they never come. They have boring lives now. Come, be my guest.
yeah, I'm down.
Well, twist my arm.
Yep. There's a really nice smoking area for you, Finry. Big leather couches. He's got whiskeys on the wall. Just a great setup. Max, as you notice him casting something on you, towards you at least, he calls out, "Max, I know what that is. It's very exciting." Now he's mad.
I'm excited that you're excited.
Yes. Finry, I'll adjust your bolts accordingly. It depends on the amount that you missed versus hit. So, yep. Okay. He calls out, "You have found, and evidently was delivered to me, a cloak of Plain Shepherd." And I will go ahead and ID this now in your inventory. And I will do a quick little snip of what it does for the rest of the group. So, this is a funky little thing.
Jesus, that's a lot of text. All right.
Yes. Overall, this cloak carries the spell. It was created by the spell Plane Tolerance. It's crafted at level 12. That's a level 5 spell. It is worth 120,000 gold. All of this he freely tells you. Barrinvir tells you freely. Its capability, which is Plane Tolerance, is that it negates negative effects of a plane that you might be in by creating a bubble around the wearer of the cloak to whatever plane they wish for the effects to be. Most of the time, if you're from the material plane, you'll select the material plane to just avoid all negatives. However, Max selected Mechanus, and as you've seen, it actually altered within the bubble to the dynamics of Mechanus. So you could pick the fire plane inside of it, and it theoretically would create the conditions of the fire plane within your bubble, if that's something you wish to do.
Oh,
You can change it?
Yes, it can be changed with a full round action where you are able to like focus without being interrupted. So a concentration check if that comes up to whatever plane you wish.
That is an awesome item.
It also has the benefit of altering spell effects and natural supernatural effects within the bubble if they have alignment to that plane. For instance, spells that have evocation fire, if you are within the fire plane, act the way that fire spells would in the fire plane, which is having additional benefit. Those benefits are that you can apply a meta magic capability to your spell. You can either do enlarge, empower, extend, or reach to the spell if it aligns with that plane that you are on. So if you're like, I'm going to do a bunch of fireballs and I'm willing to take the harm from the fire plane to do so, you gain those things while taking the negative effects of the fire plane potentially.
If I set it to material plane, I don't like, there's no material plane spells, so there's nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty much neutral. Like Mechanus also is very kind of neutral, other than some weird effects like the pull of gravity might be slightly different, but it generally is the same other than for chaotic beings. Also, some things get muted while in the Mechanus, but for the most part, it's similar to the material plane.
Isn't there like a spell or a class that you can ignore planar effects? I thought Finry had this thing.
Yeah, Planar Shepherd to some extent has those capabilities as a class feature also. So this is,
if Max gets that, he can just basically choose which plane he wants to maximize his spell from.
I mean, yeah, theoretically, if you wanted to be a Planar Shepherd, now I think that's a prestige class, so you would have to have prerequisites, which I think Max is pretty far off from, if I remember correctly.
That would destroy my build,
yeah. But nonetheless, you can almost become kind of like a harm wizard, where you're like, if you want to use a fire spell, you could just make the fire plane around you. You take harm, but you're also dealing out pretty powerful magic.
Who else in the group does spells?
Lanray can, to some extent, half spells. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Henry doesn't do spells?
Not anymore. Not really.
I'm an assassin, so I get like the handful of spells assassins get. So yes.
Yes.
But no.
Very few for him, even less than a ranger.
Okay.
Yep.
But
yeah,
I'm just wondering if this item makes sense for me or not.
Sure.
Okay. The other thought I have is like, if we're really considering taking this boat everywhere, we could just somehow. I'm sure the boat is less than 40 feet, so it could act as a bubble for the ship. If we're going to make that a long time home, and then regardless of which plane we went to, it would at least have some ability to not get destroyed.
You could protect most of the ship, but actually the ship is 80 feet long, so it is pretty long. It's a big ship.
And to reduce the size of the ship.
Yeah, that's something you could do. Make it a schooner. All right, so with that, since it's running late, we'll go ahead and end session. Max, you can think of all sorts of things that you can do. I mean, also, it's worth 120,000 gold, and Barrinvir's like, a deal's a deal. If you guys take that thing away from me and stop drawing all these magical beasts towards my sensor house, you can keep it.
I want to spend time with him and talk about the hunters that come after the ship if
the Seekers.
The Seekers, yeah, and how to. I want to discuss things like Ship of Theseusing the ship.
Sure. Okay.
Can we make it so that they can't actually find us, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you guys a rundown of some of that he has from his knowledge, and yeah, we can do
that's like 100% of what Max is going to be interacting with him about between sessions.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, so you guys are going to stay overnight, it sounds like, get a little drink with him, enjoy the metal box house that he has. Yeah, you get the sense he's a good guy.
Oh, yeah, Max will heal everybody.
Okay.
Refreshing.
I think I have it.
And at some point, right? So we are in this weird place where, like, I'm sure that they're in the bellies of the people. We did just lose like a whole crew, and more importantly, 2 cargo holds full of stuff, right? The stuff that was at the sensor house that was supposed to go back, and the stuff that we brought. So I want to root around in those things to see if there's anything useful, especially for Flicker to continue to modify and automatic the ship. And then we should talk to Barrinvir if he has other stuff that would be useful to us.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, some of you go in, and Fenrir, you kind of do like recon around the building at times. And yeah, you guys are free to come in and out of the metal box as needed. He warns you at night, like just be back before nighttime, because at night some weird other beasts might show up. This is the Cragwild after all. And with that, we'll close session. We'll see what happens next time. Might be a while, but we'll see. All right, guys.
Right on.
Have a good rest of your weekend.
Good session. Yeah.
Yeah, good session, guys. Later.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.